If you're a boudoir photographer, there are 5 rules that, if broken, can really hurt your business. I've been a boudoir photographer for over 10 years now and a coach to so many baby boudoir photographers. And some of those photographers have grown to multiple 6-figure businesses by this point. And I can tell you that these 5 things will help you scale your business like crazy. Ready to learn what those 5 rules to never break are? Let's dive in. Hey, I'm Tracy and I help photographers stay forever booked out without the hustle. Be sure to grab my free guide outlining my 5 best tips for booking clients without Facebook ads. The first rule every boudoir photographer should follow is to know exactly who your ideal client is. This way you can market and sell your services super easy. I talk about this so much, but to be able to attract the right client, you need to make sure that you focus on one specific person, and you need to make sure you know her inside and out. Here are some examples. How old is she? Where does she shop? What does she do for a living? Does she eat out locally? A good one for boudoir photographers specifically, does she visit local med spas? You really need to know these things so that you can build a marketing strategy to attract the one person that you really want to photograph. And that way you can also talk about your sessions in a way that she knows that you are the photographer for her. And all of it starts with knowing exactly who your ideal client is. Want to know my exact marketing strategy to book clients without Facebook ads, Facebook groups, or gimmicky marketing strategies? Click the link in the description below to watch my on-demand and totally free masterclass. The second rule every boudoir photographer should follow is to include hair and makeup when you can. Hair and makeup gets her ready for the session. And to be honest, it makes such a difference in the experience itself. And just as important, it makes such a difference in the actual photos. I've had clients come in without any hair and makeup whatsoever. They tell me they like the natural look. It's just not the same in the photos. It's just not. They are beautiful girls. I 100% believe that, but in photos, it just doesn't translate. Makeup just makes a huge difference. Maybe you're looking for a makeup artist and I have a few tips for you as well. First of all, I know they're hard to find. Some of them can be super flaky. I've had my fair share of flaky makeup artists. I went through several before I found the makeup I currently use, and I've used her since 2020. If you're looking for one, start with Instagram. I searched the hashtag St. Louis MUA. So try something with your city, your location first, and then add MUA. That's makeup artist if you didn't know that. Another thing that you can do is start with a local blowout bar, as long as they offer hair and makeup. And here's a pro tip. If you're renting a studio by the hour, this is the perfect way to save money. You can send them to the salon and you won't have to waste an hour of your studio rental time on hair and makeup. That's a win-win, right? Are you wondering how much you should expect to spend on makeup artists? I'm gonna be honest, unfortunately, I cannot give you an exact estimate. Some makeup artists are $100, some of them are $300. It's just totally going to depend on who you choose and your area. The third rule every boudoir photographer should follow is don't limit your outfits for your clients. To a point, of course. What you're probably thinking is that you want to limit the outfits because it's going to limit the time that you're shooting. If you don't, the session will take so much longer. What I want you to think about though is more outfits equals more variety, and more variety equals more photos that they're going to love, and more photos that they love equals higher sales. And that's only if you're doing IPS or product sales, of course. Now for me, I think that you should at minimum require 3 outfit changes. And then towards the end, you could include something like the white sheets. But from my experience, and remember I've photographed over 850 sessions at this point, your sales are going to be even higher if your clients bring over 5 to 7 outfits or more. And I know you're not in business just for sales, but we are business owners and we have to make money. Sales equals money. My fourth rule every boudoir photographer should follow is to hire a retoucher as soon as possible. The reason that I say this is the more clients you book, the busier you're going to be, and you're not going to have time to retouch all those photos. And the thing is, you're a photographer, you're not a retoucher. Instead of spending hours behind the computer retouching all those photos, you could be photographing more clients or working on your marketing strategy to book more clients. A lot of photographers have a hard time giving up their retouching for 2 reasons. The first one, they don't feel like anyone can do it as well as they can. The second, they're seeing dollar signs. They're seeing the money that's going out rather than the fact that they can photograph more sessions or work on their marketing marketing strategy to book more clients. So I want to encourage you to think like a business owner and not like an artist. Remember, your business will grow so much faster if you give up the task. And I promise your clients will not notice the difference if you give up the task and hire it out versus you doing it yourself. You just need to teach your retoucher to edit the way that you want her to, or him. Now, if you're looking for a retoucher, it's not as hard as you might think. To be honest, I found mine because she just happened to email me on the right day. She was super genuine. It wasn't like she was just cold DMing everyone. She was just reaching out to photographers like very authentically and telling them that she was opening up a retouching business and looking for clients. At that point, I was in the weeds with retouching, and I actually replied to her email and booked her within a week. And I've been working with that same retoucher ever since. And it did take some back and forth to get my style right, but I would never go back to retouching my own photos ever again. I don't even know that I know how to retouch anymore. And you could also try retouching services like RetouchUp or Lavaloo. I'm sure there are more out there that I just can't think of off the top of my head. All of them seem to be priced pretty similarly, from $3 to $5 and even up to $10 depending on how in-depth you need them to go with your retouching. Want to learn how I prep my photos for an ordering session really quickly and I'm still able to get those super high sales? Be sure to check out the photography editing tips for beginners video. It's my quick photography culling guide. The fifth rule is to be compassionate with your clients. Remember, boudoir can cause a lot of nerves with clients. Not everyone is going to be experienced. For sure, some will be, but most of your clients are going to be brand new to taking their clothes off in front of a complete stranger. Now, I think that you can be compassionate with this cancellation policy, but that doesn't mean you need to refund if they want to cancel. We are in business and we have a cancellation policy for a reason. So what I want you to do instead is just be understanding with them. Don't immediately get frustrated if they decide they want to cancel. You can talk them through this if they're nervous. Remember, a boudoir session is such an intimate experience. Most of your clients are going to be nervous and it is totally fine. Just this week, one of my clients was a nervous wreck before her session, so she canceled. But a few hours later, she called me right back and she apologized to me for no reason. She should not have had to apologize and went ahead and rescheduled her session. And the reason she went ahead and rescheduled is because I was so understanding on the phone when she canceled. We talked through her nerves and she called back and decided to try again. And that's what I want you to remember. A little compassion goes a long way. Talk to your clients when they need you to. It will help. And that's the 5 rules every boudoir photographer must follow. Be sure to subscribe to get notified on my next video. It's on 5 insane boudoir photography hacks that you've never heard before. And while you wait for that, be sure to check out this video. It's called The Best Posing and Lighting Tips for Beginner Photographers. It is a must watch. If this was helpful, let me know and give it a like. Lainey's super sleepy, but she says thanks for watching and we'll see you next time.